this is the memory that everyone should be talking about. Not a specific, I don't know, like someone that can get off and just spout off things. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the memory of our Creator.
You're watching the Spotlight Network, starring Hollywood's newsman,
And if you were just
Logan
to
Crawford.
investigators, they now believe a single member.
He works with TV and film legends. And now, Logan's shining the spotlight on the world's top emerging authors and creators.
International were abducted.
This is Spotlight with Logan Crawford, streaming on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV.
I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on the Spotlight Network, we're exploring divine wisdom and spiritual truth with an amazing author. Her name is Yvonne Trapani, and she has penned a powerful book. It is called Celebrating Our Creator's Truth of Love, Life, and Light. It is a powerful invitation to connect with our Creator. Her work blends ancient spiritual insight with personal reflection, encouraging readers to embrace oneness, self-love, and harmony with creation. Through the beauty of words and the energy of presence, Yvonne reminds us that divine truth is within us all. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today, and we thank you at home for helping us put her on television and support her now by purchasing her wonderful book. The links are below this interview. Yvonne, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
This is such an inspiring book. What was your inspiration to write it?
Well, as a young girl, only looking back, did I understand that I was always about looking for truth. Even my teachers, when they would present something to me, I would try to ask them questions about it. Not that I was, being consultational, but more that I was just trying to understand what it was and where it was coming from. And so as I'm older, I understood that I was always searching for truth. And so I was a Bible scholar for many, many years. And my first three books were all done in poetry form. And they were with the understanding of what I was reading in the Bible from its perspective. And as I grew and continued to read the Bible and, digest it, I came across Psalms 119. And in Psalms 119 is where King David wrote the Aleph-Tav. I didn't understand those little squigglies, okay? But it was the Aleph-Tav and then 8 affirmations after each letter. And it occurred to me, and I thought, why would he spend time writing each letter and then its affirmation or whatever it meant when he was writing in that language? What would make him do that? So then I started investigating what was the actual reason and came across letters of light and all the Hebraic, and many other people had also, studied it. So I took all of this understanding, brought it together, not knowing I was going to do a book. Because Logan, that was not my intention. I was just trying to understand it, okay?
Right.
Trying to learn how to write those little letters and just understanding each one, what it meant. And so I did that. And then after it, I thought, well, he wrote 8 affirmations, so I'll write 8 affirmations for me. And then I thought, well, I really liked it, so I'll do poetry because I'm a poetry person. So I did that. And then I remembered I had all these children's stories that were about truth that I did in my 20s. And I thought, well, you know what? I'll just add that too. So you have all this behind each letter. And then the next thing I know, it turned into a book.
Wonderful. Well, we're glad it did turn into the book because it's a wonderful book. It's so inspiring. Talk to us about the concept of being a duplicate of the essence of our Creator.
Okay. When you're learning about truth, that is our Creator. The more you come out of the man-made boxes, religion, philosophy, it doesn't matter. When you come out of those boxes, you become more in truth and in alignment with creation. And these laws of creation are very different than the laws of man because these laws are eternal, whereas man's laws are just, what we need to live by. It keeps order on our earth. But when you live more in our Creator's laws, you have youth. You remain young. It doesn't matter if you've this life and your body is ready to go, you have youth. Whereas in man-made boxes, you age and you actually do lose a lot of what our Creator wanted you to have until you left the earth. Your mind, your body, your strength, it was just what what our Creator wanted you to have.
What are some of the Creator's laws that people could
Oh,
follow that would
and I'm
enhance their
glad that you've
lives?
asked me that question
Sure.
because there is one that at the beginning of creation, I think that because man has come in with light that's artificial, that it has made man forget that our Creator created purposely
Mm-hmm.
the light and then the darkness. The light was when all of us should do our work and be very fervent about it. And then, just like the animals, once the night comes in, we are supposed to rest. And and why? Why would that be so important? When nobody ever really talks about this particular law, they don't talk about it. Because you see, when you get to rest, you get to repair your body and your mind, and it rejuvenates it for the next day. And that's how you stay so young.
Wonderful, wonderful. That is great advice, no doubt. Talk to us about learning to eat from the table of creation, what that means and why it's so important for us.
Logan, those words were given to me because in my book, I definitely say, about the third day of creation, eating the fruits and the vegetables. And again, as a nation, as an earth, lots of people are more awake to this, okay? But and I wrote it with the table of creation, but I still really didn't understand why I was given those words. Well, I'd say in the last 4 months, I understand it a lot better now. Because when we talk about the table of creation, it hasn't been tampered by man. That means our soil is so good that we could eat from it, that even if we needed an animal to sustain ourselves, it would be okay because it is not been caged or given food that is not its natural diet. Because our Creator created us with all a natural diet. And so this is what is really meant by the table of creation.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's a fascinating aspect of your book. This also is a fascinating aspect of your book. That intelligent speech comes from the memory of creation. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Okay? Memory of our Creator is really what I'm talking about here. What does it improve? It improves the understanding that our Creator gave to us on how to follow the laws that were given to protect us. So, your memory that I'm talking about here is talking about our Creator. It's talking about how you can develop and be strengthened in even in what you do, Logan. If you are resting better, if you are eating better, then you're going to be able to perform better.
Right.
This is the memory that everyone should be talking about, not a specific, I don't know, like someone that can get off and just spout off things. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the memory of our Creator.
Yeah. Wonderful. That's very, very beautiful. Let me ask you this. What daily spiritual practices do you recommend for those who are seeking divine connection?
I'm going to say you take one step at a time
Yeah.
because um, when you read this book, it
Mhm.
has so much in it. It's got so much depth,
Mhm.
and that could be overwhelming. But that's not what our Creator would want you to do. Our Creator would want you to say, okay, I really don't like this about my character, or I don't like this about what I'm eating, but take one little thing and begin to strengthen that area in your life. And you're going to fall, and you're not going to do it right every time, but at least you start doing it, and it gets better. Then you add something else. What I do, I'm a very silent person, even though I'm talking really, really great today.
Yeah.
Um, on the most part, I love my silence
Mm.
because when I'm in my car, I don't want anything disrupting me. It's a time where I can be with nature and everything around me. So that's one of the things I do. I do not ever put on anything when I'm driving. I
It's a
like
great place. Your
silence.
car is sometimes a great place to meditate, to think, to have that
Yes.
little conversation with yourself or our creator. I think it's a great alone time, no doubt. Other question, we were talking about what the daily spiritual practices that
The
people can do.
daily
Yeah.
spiritual practices. It's just, again, it's your food. It's when you go to sleep. Um it's what you look at. I don't watch TV. I do not. It's just not one of the things that I do. If it's about truth, if it's something that's going to help me, Logan, I will entertain that. But I can assure you, I don't want to put something in my head where I'm going to have to get rid of it later because it's toxic. I guess what I'm trying to say here is that you have to develop this character that takes years to do because like right now a child could not do this because they have to learn, so we have to be more willing to do the things that a child can do, and we'll take them to the park, we'll take them to places, but and that's for youth, the younger generation. Then you have those that have gotten over all their children and their empty nest. Well, they have a better idea about what to do. um, but again, when you're in your house by dark, you can't get in too much trouble.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think all of that is wonderful advice. I think turning off the TV as much as you can, especially the news, it can be
Yes,
such a vexation to your soul to listen to all of the exaggerated disharmony that's going on out there. So I would avoid that as well. And I think you're spot on with those recommendations. Before we leave you today, I just wanted to ask you, are you thinking about writing a sequel or another book? Tell us a little bit about your writing career.
well, I have three already: Mother's Offering, Turn and Face, and Our Creator is One. And actually, this one that was just completed, celebrating our Creator's truth of love, life, and light, has everything in it. Logan, I'm free. Do you know that when you become free, you're not searching any longer? In fact, for me to be here today, I feel like it's like an end of that part of me. I'm just going to live now, and I'm going to let my light shine, and I'm going to be free. And if I have a chance to speak again, that'll be great. But as far as writing, I'm done.
Until the
And
inspiration comes, you never know what the creator will want you to do. Right now,
no,
you're
I
done, and you're probably a little exhausted from writing this wonderful book that covers so much, that is so uplifting, that is so nurturing to one's soul. I think it's terrific. The book we've been exploring today is called Celebrating Our Creator's Truth of Love, Life, and Light. A child of light, a radiant journey into spiritual unity. It is a wonderful book that is highly recommended. Yvonne, so I understand there's a section of the book you'd like to share with us. Could you read it to us now?
Yes, it's called Union of Oneness, poetry. Our Creator creates from all that is within, male and female in the beginning before the Bible story of sin, not divided or partial, but whole, born together as companions, a beautiful mate soul. And from that union of oneness, joy filled the earth with wholeness. Both male and female procreated in perfect balance to express no opposition, just companionship, communion. This was our mortal test. Little simple things filled their life with purpose, abundance, and success. Remember, we attract that which has grown within us, an eternal law that we can know and lovingly trust. What we develop within is what we create. Kindness, gentleness, harmony, and peace. This will open freedom's gate. Without power over the other, our Creator's perfect design, this new awareness has arrived and is shared in wisdom's perfect time.
Beautiful, very, very beautiful. That is just one passage of this lovely book that'll touch your heart, that'll touch your soul, that will uplift your spirit. The name of the book we're talking about today is Celebrating Our Creator's Truth of Love, Life, and Light, a Child of Light. It is a radiant journey into spiritual unity written by this wonderful author, Yvonne Trapani. Yvonne, thank you so much for joining us here today.
And thank you, Logan.
I appreciate your time, your insight, and your wisdom. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time until next time on the Spotlight Network.